like to call the City of Prospect Heights City Council regular meeting of October 13th, 2025 to order at 6:30. Roll call, please.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Here.
Alderman Dash.
Here.
Alderman Cameron.
Here.
Alderman Anderson.
Here.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have item 3, approval of minutes. We need a motion to approve the September 25th, 2025 City Council regular meeting minutes.
So moved, Anderson. Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 4, presentations.
We have Leah here from Alliant. She's going to be going over the insurance.
It's not on this agenda, it'll be on the next agenda, but because of a scheduling conflict, I wanted you to actually have Leah here so that she could answer any questions you may have. And I want to give her credit in person because it was a great, she did a great job, and the bids came in very, very good. Please, Leah.
Good evening. Thank you so much for taking this time to allow me to present to you. I won't bore you with a lot of details because I know it's kind of hard to, without having seen the presentation prior to this time. Very high level. My name is Leah Kozad. I work at Alliant Insurance Services. I am the insurance broker for your property and casualty. So the property and casualty is written by Illinois County's Risk Management Trust. They have done so for a number of years. A lot of advantageous reasons to be with ICRMT. Specifically, I will say they offer a higher umbrella limit that we can readily get in the marketplace. They offer it as one policy. It's a $9 million limit. Most of the markets right now have a capacity of only $5 million. So being able to offer property, casualty, and an umbrella all into one policy is wonderful. They also do an excellent job in assisting Prospect Heights with any risk management or loss control concerns that they have, offering resources to them. Along those lines, your workers' compensation is also with another Illinois pool. It's the Illinois Public Risk Fund. They cover your workers' compensation, and similar to ICRMT, they offer advantages with loss control, but also they afford you some grant funds. And Peter each year works with the different departments to see where those funds can be best utilized, once again focusing on loss control or risk management. The other parts of your insurance renewal is crime coverage. I think it's more commonly known as employee dishonesty. And there's also cyber liability. You have an underground storage tank for fuel, and that's known as a pollution policy. That underground storage tank liability is with a carrier called Chubb. And last but not least, a relatively new policy to the city, but I think it's a great component to your overall insurance program. It's called blanket accidental. And that covers any accidents for your volunteers. Volunteers would not be covered under the workers' compensation. So this policy provides some medical expense coverage if one of your volunteers should be injured during the course of volunteering for the city's programs or whatever day events that they might be helping out with. At the end of the day, we had a net increase of 1.15%. And that takes into account exposures. So in essence, your rate came down. Even though the premium is up marginally, your overall rates did come down because of a variety of reasons. So the bottom line is for the insurance renewal from the 25-26 policy term, you're looking at $433,592, which dollar-wise, that's a $4,756 increase over last year. But once again, that's roughly a 1% increase. So I really appreciate your time. I'd like to open myself up to any questions you might have.
Question?
Thank you.
One thing I would like to say, and Leah mentioned it, is through our workman's comp, we get a safety rebate, you can kind of call it. It's a grant. Last year, I think it was 18,000.
Yes, last year's 18,000.
Yeah.
This year, that amount hasn't been determined quite yet. The pool is still calculating. Things that are taken into consideration is your history with them, the premium dollars, and your overall loss history. And then they calculate how much of a grant fund you'll get.
So, but we're fairly confident, just our history, our past exposure, and what we've gotten in a grant in the past 3 years, that it will probably cover that $4,000 increase. So we're hopeful to look at either a 0% increase in total, or maybe even less than last year if that grant does come in more than the 4,300 or whatever the difference is.
Definitely.
And when will that grant be determined? Is it the time frame?
The effective date of the policy is 12/1, so it will definitively be decided before 12/1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have a year from December 1st to use that grant. And as Leah mentioned, I do work with the different departments to make sure we get the most bang for our buck. They're very liberal in how you can use that, but we do use that for loss preventative and training, or we've used it before, I believe, for ballistic vests for the police department, or personal protective equipment for building and public works. So it's stuff that we would normally buy or have to buy through the course of our business, and it just gives the departments a break.
And I could not make it any easier. They outline what you can use it for. You submit basically you can submit to them what you want to use it for, and they will give you the funds up front, or you can even wait till after purchase, and then they'll reimburse you up to the limit of the grant. But they do make it very easy that you can access the funds even before you purchase them.
And what was the increase last year? I'm sorry, I don't know that, I don't have that information.
As far as premium dollars, or are you talking grant funds?
Well, how much it's going to cost? You said it was 435,000?
The overall, roughly 433,592 is this year's. Last year's premium for the year was 428,827. So the net increase is 4,763. So almost $4,800 premium dollars more. And to Peter's comment, the grant fund last year was $18,000. So we're anticipating probably a neighborhood of 15 or 16, because your premium is a little lower this year, and that is one of the factors that they consider when calculating the grant amount.
Okay. Did we have an increase last year?
Yes. Last year, the net increase was 3%, so dollar-wise, that was $14,046.
Okay.
What is the total coverage?
And so depending on what line of coverage you're asking about, property is a blanket limit, and so that means you have your schedule, and the dollar amount on the buildings itself is going to be covered regardless of how much is paid out because of the blanket. So a specific example, your building is insured for $5 million. It's a total loss and it comes in at $6 million. As long as that $6 million is under the blanket limit, you would be covered. I apologize, I can grab the numbers, but your overall statement of values, I want to say is in the neighborhood of 35 million. I should double check that, so I apologize, I don't have that number right in front of me. But that's the property coverage. It blankets the buildings, the contents, your mobile equipment, contractors type equipment, also outside property in the open, benches, garbage cans, those kind of things, so whatever you might have out in the open. Then you also, like I said, workers' compensation, liability covers public officials, which is, I'm sure you're very interested to know, but general liability, which is your basic slip, trips, and falls for people coming in and out of your locations. You also have auto liability, law enforcement liability, and then an excess liability, which is another layer of limit that sits over each of those individual liabilities I just mentioned. And cyber liability, underground storage tank, which is a pollution liability, and then once again, the blanket accidental. So those are your various types of insurance coverages.
Do we have a deductible?
Each policy has its own deductible, so it does vary. Generally speaking, your liability on the package policy is $25,000 per claim or per occurrence. The crime is, I want to say $2,500. And the underground storage tank is $5,000 deductible. Cyber liability is also $5,000. And last but not least, the blanket accidental has no deductible. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Workers' compensation is also a zero deductible.
Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions?
And there's no other discounts for us that we can get? For, you know, if you don't use.
That's kind of negotiated at the time of the renewal, and a lot of that is proprietary, the carrier. As your broker, I try to keep in mind two things: what's happening in the marketplace, and then is the carrier staying in line with that. Also, working with Peter and Lloyd, understanding the different programs and things that you guys do to minimize losses to your employees or injuries to the employees or keeping the city hall safe, a variety of loss control things that I'm aware of. So then I would go to the carrier and say, look, you're out of line of the marketplace. Here's the things that the city does to protect your dollars as an insurance company. And then that's how we get to the end results of your quoted premium. So for me to say specifically, are there more discounts? I feel that as many discounts as we could get are in your renewal.
Okay.
Anyone else? Thank you.
My
Thank you very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Item 5, appointments, confirmations, and proclamations. We have none. Item 6, public comments. Anybody sign up? No? Any public comments? No? All right. Item 7, consent agenda.
All items listed on the consent agenda are considered routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a city council member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered as a separate agenda item. So we have item A, R2567, resolution authorizing the renewal of a towing and related services contract between the City of Prospect Heights and Jeans Village Towing. And item B, R2568, staff memo and resolution approving Sky Harbor / Aviation Plaza final plat of re-subdivision for the properties at 1090 and 1098 South Milwaukee Avenue.
So unless anybody has a problem with splitting those or not, I mean, wanting to split them, if you don't, I need a motion to approve.
So moved, Anderson.
We have a motion
Second?
and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 8, old business.
Old business, item A, O2519, staff memo and ordinance amending the City Code, Title I, Chapter 18 of the City Code, Freedom of Information Act and Open Meetings Act training. This is a second reading.
So we need a motion to approve the second reading.
So moved, Anderson.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions? This was something that we discussed at the last meeting.
Right.
So if there's no questions, we'll have a roll call, please.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item B of old business is O2520, staff memo and ordinance amending the City Code, Title I, Chapter 7 of the City Code, City Officers and Employees. This is a second reading.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved, Morgan Adams.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 9, new business.
Item A, R2569, resolution authorizing and awarding bid recommendation for the Waterman Sidewalk Improvement Project with Lamp Concrete Contractors for a cost of $59,984 with a 10% contingency for unforeseen underground conditions that may arise during construction.
We need a motion to approve, subject to attorney review and approval.
So moved.
Second, Anderson.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Peter, you want to tell us just a little bit about this?
Sure. This is a feel-good project, I can call it. The council may remember some Hersey engineering students had, as part of their curriculum, had to put together a project, and their project was this sidewalk. This is Waterman's cul-de-sac that ends just south of Willow Road, right by Hersey High School. And the children, or the school kids, usually walk down the cul-de-sac and then have to walk through grass to get to Willow Road. So what this does is actually puts in a sidewalk so that they can walk. We can service it and during snow operations. So this way they have a safe pedestrian access from the subdivision south of Hersey High School to Hersey High School.
I believe this also ends at a crossing to the Hersey property.
Correct. There's a phantom crossing on Willow Road right now.
Okay. So any questions?
No.
No.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Motion passes. And this will be done this year, correct?
Correct, yeah, we'll be going out to bid. Well, we're awarding the bid right now, so yes.
Right, the goal is to do this before the end of November, I believe.
And A-Lamp is a known quantity. We'll work out the issues, but they should have this in. This is not a long stretch, and it's not a large project, so it should be done very quickly.
Okay. All right. Item 10, staff and elected officials and commission reports. Wait, any report?
No report.
Any report? No.
No.
Peter?
No reports, sir.
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Mayor, council, thank you very much. I'm here to give an update on the chicken keeping license application process. This upcoming Friday, the 17th, 5 p.m. will be the close of the 2-month application window. To date, we have taken a number of steps to try and promote this to our residents. As you remember, there was quite a bit of public turnout over the last year and a half regarding this. So beginning on August 8th, information went out on the e-news and on the city message board announcing that the application materials were ready and that the application period would open on the 18th of August. Additionally, you could access the information on the city's website in 2 clicks of finger under the permits and licensing tab, and then straight to the chicken license. So it was a very easy, I want to thank Lloyd for making that easily accessible. Then moving forward, we got cooperation from the police department to put the message trailer out, and over the last 3 weeks, it's been in strategic locations throughout the city to get residents who may or may not be on the e-news or access the website to remind them of the pending deadline. Additionally, at that time, October 1st, we mailed out 87 letters to known properties that have either had coops, expressed interest in them, just a generic to resident. Please be reminded, the application date will be closing on the 17th, and how to get your application via the website. To date, 5 letters were returned undeliverable. 4 residents contacted the city to inform us that they no longer are keeping chickens. Additionally, on the 1st of October, I did a PSA video with Patrick that's been posted on YouTube, PHTV, and the social media connections of the city. And last Friday, it went out as a link on the e-news. to try and get the information out there. So we've done everything in our power to make sure folks get this information. However, to date, we have had only 20 applications. Of those 20 applications, we've issued 12 of them and done the inspections. Out of the 20, one is a new owner that expressed interest, the other 19 are existing, and that person has been issued a license this week. 12 of the properties, like I said, have been inspected and are approved. 2 licenses, we're waiting on the coops for final inspection, the construction. 6 more are approved but pending their inspections, and then we have 2 applications that were just incomplete. The materials just did not meet the requirements of the code. Training for staff. The building department staff has taken an online training course through the Ohio State University on proper techniques and inspections and what to look for to make sure we have a healthy flock in town. And we are working with the police department, and we'll be doing training with the officers at roll call training on the police animal control requirements of the ordinance and how we can work together through the enforcement. And that will be coming up here in the next couple weeks. So to date, the turnout has not been what staff expected, but I feel that we will be getting more. But then as we come in, I will be giving a further update of where we are. So there's no action required tonight, but just want to let you know where we were at.
So what happens when the application window closes?
Well, the next step would be the enforcement side of the equation, because technically, if they haven't applied for a license, they're both in violation of the city's zoning code and the animal control ordinance if they have it. We are not going to be out there just targeting them, but if we come across folks with chickens, we get complaints, we get that, we will go out there and give them their 2-week notice like we would do other violations, and they would have to bring their property into compliance. The question's going to be, is there going to be a fine that's initiated right away, or just are we looking for compliance as a whole? I feel that we've been very generous in our application process. Personally, we've gone above and beyond in trying to get the information out to our residents. So that will be a decision moving forward of how to address that.
So if somebody moves to the city next February, they want chickens, they can come in and make an application?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Right now.
As long as there's an opening, as long as there's a license.
Unless we're still under 75.
Unless we change the number.
Right, well, right now it's 75.
Right now, it's 75.
So the application period is still open for future residents who move into our city?
Correct. Those who are existing are technically in violation of the city ordinances as of Monday. So as we move forward with this, I'll keep the council apprised of any new information that we come across. Thank you very much. We're available for any questions, should you have any.
Bob?
Yeah, just a quick follow-up on the vehicle sticker scofflaw campaign that we're doing. As you know, we sent out 3,200 notices to people in Prospect Heights who are registered vehicles in Prospect Heights. As of today, we received about 1/3 of those responses back. Out of those third, we probably have about 220, approximately 220 new people bought stickers. We have about over 300 have either moved, sold, or their cars that were totaled in an accident, they reported to us. On those moved and sold, some of them are forgetting to change their plates when they move, and they're keeping the Prospect Heights address. They're forgetting about that. On the sold ones, a lot of them are keeping the plates in their garage, or they threw them out when they sold the car, not realizing they have to contact the Secretary of State to have those removed or canceled out of the system so they don't show up as registered vehicles in Prospect Heights. And some of them are also, when they trade their car in, the dealership is not taking care of those plates like they're supposed to when you pay the dock fees and things like that. So we notify those residents and let them know they got to contact the Illinois Secretary of State to have the plate removed or canceled out of the system, or contact the dealership to do that for them. We have had about 150 return mail pieces, which means they probably have moved out of Prospect Heights. And again, they need to contact Secretary of State to have their vehicle plates changed. Approximately about $35,000 have come in on the vehicle sticker purchases with late fees. We are still monitoring it. This week, at the end of this week, will be the 15-day mark that was in that letter. And then next week, we are looking to send out notices of violation, which is basically a ticket for not having a current vehicle sticker on their vehicle. Again, they can still come in before it goes to the adjudication process and take care of buying a sticker, and we can look at the citation and the sticker as in maybe voiding out the citation if they have a sticker, but we can, if they come in and talk to us, we'll work with them on that. And that's where we're at.
Bob, when they don't notify the Secretary of State, does that only last until the expiration of the sticker for the registration, or will that go forever?
That will go forever, because there are some plates on there that have expired on there back in like May or April.
So what is their status with the state then?
It'll show expired in the system, but it'll still show as a registered vehicle. And people that forget to buy the new sticker for the plates, we don't know if that plate's good or bad.
The chances are they got a notice saying to renew it, and they should be there.
Correct.
Said, we don't have that anymore.
Correct. Or they should be, when they walk around their car, they notice their plates. Because Illinois doesn't send out mail anymore. I think it's the responsibility of the driver, the owner of the vehicle, to make sure their plates are valid. And again, people kind of forget to renew their plates. They'll still show up as expired in the system, and they still show registered at Prospect Heights. The big thing, they have to contact them and just say, hey, I need to have this plate removed, canceled out of the system. I no longer own this car, or I no longer own this plate. There's also been some plates where they got new plates for their vehicle, and they forgot to notify the city that they have a new plate on their car. A couple of those, we just got to transfer it to the new car, so it's not a big deal. And that's why that first letter goes out, just asking the resident, hey, do you have this car? We're showing discrepancy, contact us, email us, call us, and we'll fix it. So.
Okay. Thank you. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. In support of cancer awareness, all PHPD employees in uniform will be wearing pink patches throughout this month. This is the only specialty patch that the police department displays throughout the year. I'd like to bring attention back to 2 new city ordinances: electric bicycles, electric scooters, and gas-powered bicycles. We are currently in a warning period and public education period, which will end this month on the 31st, October 31st. We've made flyers, in-depth, detailed information available on our Facebook page and the city webpage. We recently presented to District 23, alerted all the schools to the changing laws, and asked them to notify all parents and students of the change in the ordinances. Police enforcement starts November 1st. We are hiring weekend, day shift, and night shift part-time desk officers. It's a great opportunity for those wanting to get started in law enforcement, for young individuals, or those that are retired and are looking for a fun hobby. And as I mentioned last time, the Citizens Police Academy is, we are taking applications November 4th through December 30th. We are currently not at the number of applicants needed to run the academy, so we are looking for more individuals to participate in the police academy. So if you know someone, if you work in Prospect Heights or live in Prospect Heights, please submit an application, which can be found online.
Chief, when do they meet? On Monday nights?
Who's that?
The Citizens Academy.
It's Tuesday nights this year.
Oh, it's Tuesday nights. Maybe I'll join.
Look forward to seeing you there.
Okay.
Not getting tased, though.
Elected officials? Danielle?
Nope.
Wendy?
No report.
I have no report. Terry?
No, thank you.
Jill?
No report.
Joanne? Okay. Item 11, oh, Rich is not here, is he?
Nope.
Okay. I don't want to miss him this week. Item 11, approval of warrants. Will the clerk please read the expenditures and wire payments?
Yes, thank you. The expenditures total amounted to $302,703.61. On October 3rd, we had a payroll wire payment in the amount of $207,801.05. A manual check to the Northwestern University Center Public Safety Staff and Command was in the amount of $4,600. And then an amount in $6,261 went to State Police Services Fund, Police Academy Basic Training, bringing the total warrant to $521,395.66 for approval tonight, please.
We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Morgan Adams.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Morgan Adams?
Aye.
Alderman Dash?
Aye.
Alderman Cameron?
Aye.
Alderman Anderson?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 12, public comment on non-agenda matters. Any public comments? No? Item 13, we have no executive session. So item 14, there's no action on an executive session. We don't have. Item 15, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
Smo moved. Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
We're adjourned.